When you look at all marriages going back to 1960, I believe, only between 12 and 14% are interfaith marriages. But if you started in 2010, 40% of marriages are interfaith. So clearly something is happening.
This fact is just a tiny piece of the dynamic conversation about intermarriage in America, and the reason why I'm headed off on my American Birthright trip. My name is Becky. I'm an actress, writer, and filmmaker born in Israel but raised in the United States, where I've been faced with the challenge of understanding and maintaining my Jewish identity, and left wondering how that affects making decisions about love and relationships. I guess I never really gave much thought to whether I truly needed or wanted to marry a Jew. I just kind of took my family's word for it's easier with a Jew. And as I'm not a kid anymore, and I'm at a crossroads where I'm not just dating to taste the flavors, I feel a responsibility to really ask myself the deeper questions. What do I want? What's important to me? I also don't want to J-swipe the rest of my days away, so there's also that.
Are you having an existential crisis?
I am.
Because of that J-Day commercial?
My bubby, she used to put seltzer in the matzo balls.
Yeah? Oh, well, that's your bubby. This is my bubby's recipe.
That commercial was so impactful. I imagine you with like a rabbi.
The truth is, what fueled my crisis was my baby sister's engagement to a non-Jew. There's no one in my family that's intermarried, and so this being the first person kind of splits the family wide open in so many ways.
There are 2 billion Christians in the world. There are 1.7 billion Muslims in the world. So if our kids become neither Christian or Muslim, it doesn't make a dent. There are about 12 million Jews in the world, so it does make a dent.
I was always very protective of you. I was afraid you wouldn't make the right decision.
It's my heart, and my life, and I have to do what I have to do, what I know is right.
And what Gal is doing, she's cutting this chain. And she's doing it after thousands of years of her family being Jewish.
For me, as a mother, I want to support her. And I think I said enough to her, to the point where she said, that's my decision. I made up my mind, so what else can you say?
Is there really nothing more to say? I decided to dig deeper with a visit to my childhood rabbi who bat mitzvahed me, not only to check out that sweet chapel, but to learn more about the conservative Jewish viewpoint on intermarriage.
We have to look at the critical mass of Jews in this country and wonder how many more generations we have.
Followed by a heart-to-heart with my Holocaust survivor grandma.
אנחנו צריכים לבנות אהבה בינינו, שנחיה לפי ואהבת רעך כמוך.
Family really has a way of intensifying an existential crisis. I now have even more questions. Questions and confusion. Mostly confusion.
A lot of people who consider the concept of interfaith marriage and interfaith families from the outside see it as this, this great obstacle to overcome.
I don't think it's ideal to marry someone from your same religious background. It might make things easier, but listen, my husband and I have very different religious backgrounds, but we're both Jewish.
And we always just kind of shrug and say, I don't understand what the big deal is. We teach them about Christianity, we teach them about Islam, we teach them about Judaism, we teach them about Buddhism, we teach them about Hinduism. In the same way that we would like them.
One is declared they're Jewish, one is kind of declared they're Hindu. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
It's because people are saying, you're marrying out, I don't want anything to do with you. That's why they're leaving Judaism.
There are no easy answers in this. This is existential and huge.
And so that's where I'm at, still digging for answers, and preparing to head out through these somewhat United States during this very unique time in U.S. history. At each stop along the way, meeting different kinds of relationships, from interfaith to those who have chosen to date or marry within their faith, and the shades of gray in between. We'll explore how each navigates their unique relationship process, whether that be choosing a baptism over a bris, or opting to convert despite familial hesitation. Sprinkle in some experts, and we've got ourselves a proper American Birthright road trip. Am I being judgmental, or am I being true to myself?
The only way we get to deepened answers is through empathy from all the experiences. So what I hear you doing is really coming to a place of empathy for your sister, for your mom, for yourself, for all of the people who you're meeting and talking with. And that empathy is going to further enrich how you decide to live your life and further enrich your connection to this tradition.
This project has received overwhelming support from clergy, thought leaders, and couples of all denominations all across America, which is wonderful, but we still need your help. See, creating a feature-length cross-country documentary is not as expensive as a Marvel film, but it does require great crew, equipment, locations, transportation, and money. And that last one is what we really need right now, so that we can finish the feature-length American Birthright film. We need to head out across the country and meet with these incredible people that we have lined up. So please consider helping our project so that we can create a piece that is really needed right now in America. A conversation around unity, love, and acceptance. Thank you so much.